It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on the sideline. Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Christian Wood. And it's Wall in at the point. And for Los Angeles, LeBron James is out there with LeBron James. And it's LeBron James. And it's LeBron James. And it's LeBron in at the 5. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now, here's James. Ball stolen. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. LeBron with the block.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
And finished off by LeBron.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Gordon. Launches it. Rebound the Lakers. Passes it to LeBron. The drive by LeBron. James left side. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Par for the course for James. I mean, he forces his man to overcommit, gets the bucket, and draws the foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's James. LeBron trying to free himself up. LeBron shot is off. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with you with the UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the three off target.
And he has definitely...
Whoa! Are you kidding me? It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Cousins, no one around him. The Rockets with another miss. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. This is the first meeting they'll have against LeBron and the Lakers, and Coach thinks his team is properly prepared. He told me this is a milestone game for our team. We want to be able to go head-to-head with the Lakers and see how we fare. We're going to learn a lot from this meeting. Win or lose, Coach is excited to test his team against LeBron and company. Guys?
Thank you, David. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Cousins. Danuel House comes in for Christian Wood. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Trier in for James Harden. Here's James. And LeBron throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
The shot's good from LeBron.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
The competitive firewall plays with is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
And so John Wall nails both of them. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Green, and that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 10. Outside, Wall. Trier from long range. Sinks the three-pointer.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Inside, James. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. LeBron's got 8 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
McLemore's checked in for John Wall.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. 9-point game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by LeBron. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, you've got to be careful around LeBron and mindful of his presence now. He's very opportunistic defensively, and with that size, speed, and anticipation, he can pick your pocket.
Green inside on the McLemore. That shot misses. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, I'm running off the ball.
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Rockets, Ben McLemore is out there with Trier. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's House in at the 4th spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Now a timeout called by Houston. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
And Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
Good one, yes.
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
LeBron dishes to James. Cousins pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And the rejection by James.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
LeBron against Harden. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And the dunk by LeBron.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
Pass to Cousins. outside Gordon. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
Count that bucket. James has got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Harden against James. Ball's knocked loose. Cousins, the pass to Harden. He kicks to McLemore. Here's Gordon. No good on that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Rockets trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And stolen by LeBron. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And the dunk by James.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Now a timeout called by Houston. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Christian Wood. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. And it's John Wall in for McLemore. James kicks to LeBron. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Lonzo Trier comes in for James Harden. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Tucker can't get it to go.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Wall. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's House. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
It energizes everybody when LeBron is locked in like this on the defense.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crap. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds. And that's going to do it for our halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got LeBron James. LeBron James is out there with LeBron James. And it's LeBron James. And it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Harden. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Gordon. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. To the inside, Cousins. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Cousins has got his first points of the night. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And the dunk by James.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Harden outside. Off target with his 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The pass to Wood. And finished off by Wood.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart pass. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
James against Cousins. They get it back. Kicks it out to James. Trying to find Wood. Gets it to him. Gordon against James. Gordon dishes to Harden. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Christian Wood. And McLemore subbed in for Eric Gordon. LeBron up top, covered by Wall. Ray, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Trier, he's checked in for John Wall. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce the Elam ending, a target score, Greg, to end the game, and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
And no question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I gotta be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. And it's good for 2. Trier's got 5 now.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
James misses. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And so House nails both of them. The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Here's Trier. And the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. .55 seconds left in the third. Now here's McLemore outside. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
And here we go. And James throws it down.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Trier, covered by LeBron. The Rockets with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the dunk by James.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, Green is known for his instant offense, no doubt about that. He's a guy that knows the coach is counting on him to let it fly and let it fly often.
And here is James. He's got 9. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Houston. The Lakers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on. Tell you what, you give him room to take off and he will posterize you. You'll be in a picture that you don't want to be in.
James with a deep 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Clemens in at the point guard position.
Harden is as steady as falling rain. I mean, so consistent. Beautiful shooting form, a brilliant scorer.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And they double up James. Lakers passing it around. LeBron drives in and finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Here's Gordon, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I
my
was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No
And
kidding.
yeah. Well, I was wired shut
Wow.
for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, ouch. Basket good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweeten the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. John Walls checked in for the Rockets. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Clemens passes to Wall. And the shot goes in.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
And the Lakers with another turnover here. Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that will be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Rockets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Clemens, covered by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the dunk by James.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
The Rockets shooting 41% for the game. Pass to Clemens. Off target from three-point range. James finds James. Back to James. Picked off in midair. And it's Wall in the corner. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
LeBron passes to LeBron. Lets the three fly. And it's James missing. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0. So far against the Rockets.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
LeBron passes to LeBron. And they double up LeBron. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Clemens. His three-pointers off the mark. And the foul called on Caboclo. That's his first foul. Here's LeBron. Got a piece of it. Tries again. And James with the nice bucket inside. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.